Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. Where will not day? Where will not enter? This one where they do live, only 24 people there around. Una they okay so? Am I on the right handle? It's like my Instagram has issues. Somebody don't go dash Sama baby 700,000. What exactly is going on? Okay, now 2 a.m. when they expect me. The network they clear. What's going on? Anyway, my crowd they Facebook make I face them since Instagram people decide say they no one come out. Oh more Burna boy don't fire back at Eedris Abdulkareem. You see, for this life, I go tell you one secret. Respect begets respect. Say it after me. Respect begets respect. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen, double click the screen, double click the screen, pop my money gun. You see, a lot of you don't realize that you cannot just walk in and out of somebody's space and expect not to be disrespected. It is unfair. I like Eedris a lot and I respect him, but it is unfair for Eedris to tackle Burna Boy for what he said. If he said nobody in Nigeria helped him, he knows what he's talking about and he knows the context in which he's saying what he's saying. And we've got to respect it. How many people helped Burna Boy? You think Burna Boy is Burna Boy because of what Nigerian music did to him? Burna Boy is Burna Boy because of what the Western world did to him. Burna Boy was embraced by Diddy. You know, see video of Burna Boy, they go Diddy house. Diddy there outside, they wait for Burna Boy, make it land. Burna Boy's music was influenced by Fela's music, does not mean Fela helped him. His mother, working with Fela, learned some of the tricks, does not mean Fela helped Burna Boy. Influence is different from help. Let's be honest with ourselves now. Influence is different from help. And I can say something and mean it in a context, and you will read it in another context. Burna Boy was born in the UK, grew up in the UK, came to Nigeria. He's a mix of different ideologies and cultures. Those of you that are saying I'm wrong, how am I wrong? Influence is different. You don't know what help is. Let me give you an example. Ada learned under my influence is different from somebody I gave money to help. Ada cannot say I helped her. I cannot say I helped her. She worked with me. She learned from me. But you see, when it comes to help, the person where I contribute money to buy in car, that one I help him. The person where I give employment to, that one I help him. You've got to understand, help is different from influence. Help is me giving you a record label. Help is me giving you a good deal. Help is me giving you money. Help is me giving you a collaboration. Davido helped Run Town. Collaboration. We might even say Davido helped Burna at a point. How was Burna rude? I'm asking you, how was Burna rude? Eedris fired at him. Was Eedris polite? Let's ask ourselves. Was Eedris polite? Fine, at the end of the day, even if Burna Boy was rude, was Eedris polite? As an elder in the industry, if I said what Eedris said to Burna Boy will insult me equally. You guys need to, because you senior person, no mean say you just address them anyhow. Now, there's something I tell people. If you tackle me, I can't tackle your papa. You can't dey vex say why I tackle your papa. Who is setting the rules of engagement? Who is measuring the yardstick that we are going to use to engage ourselves? You insult me, I insult your papa. Someone said if anybody is qualified to have Burna, it is on top of that list. I totally disagree. Eedris can correct Burna without yapping him. What are you people subscribing to? What are you people subscribing to? If Burna Boy insulted the whole nation, Eedris as an elder should call him aside. You don't know that? Let me tell you. Remedies, Plantation Boys, Maintain, Paul Pledairo, we all started entertainment around the same time. I knew when all of them were up and coming. The only people that I say could be a little bit before me were Plantation Boys. Now, the day I was coming to Lagos to get my job in Cool FM, I'd done the audition and all. I stayed in Two-Face house. The next morning, Two-Face had a talk with me. He told me which of the radio stations he thought would suit my profile better and gave me transport money to go to the radio station. Eedris, Eddie Remedio, Maintain, not the same set, everybody. They be elders. There is a way you correct your younger ones. Let me tell you something. If I said the same thing about any of these, I was playing a video of when I interviewed Wizkid. It's on the Cool FM page. Wizkid was up and coming. He get the way I go talk to Wizkid. Wizkid go type one line tweet, they cost my destiny. And in fans will follow out about. You see, I can correct Wizkid, but I'll correct him respectfully. I can correct Davido, but I'll have to correct him. I'll have to understand that, look, one thing I know about David is, David does not like being treated like a boy. He wants you to respect him for being a man. So he get the way he go talk to him, he go jab you back. So I'm not saying cannot correct Burna Boy, but are you doing it the right way? Are you giving the respect you want back? Let me tell you something. They say good talk, they bring kola nut from pocket. Bad talk, they bring sword. Agbekale oro. How are you putting the matter down? Anybody you are not feeding, you cannot criticize rudely. Anybody who you did not put, there are people who, because of me, they are in the industry today. Because I ran around, because I gave them freebies, I have the right to criticize them. I'm not talking about indirect, tangential people. I mean people that I helped become what they are. People I worked for free for so that they may grow. But yet, I know that there is a way I will go about it. I will bring insult to myself. Muma dagbaya. Burna's response was out of line. I agree. The way Eedris talked about him, was it respectful? Was it respectful? You don't like to hear the truth. Was it respectful? Now, Burna Boy don't tackle him. Eedris don't tackle him. All this could have been avoided. All this could have been avoided. There are elders in the industry who will say the exact same thing Eedris said, and Burna Boy will say thank you to them. Because they will say it with respect. They will say it with regard to his art. Me, if you ask me, if I want to, you want to cross? Yeah, go, darling. High five. You know, they would say, I personally can say the same thing. I think I disagree with you, Burna Boy, for saying Nigeria did not help you. Nigeria did this, and this. And because of these things they did, you were able to become this, and that. Simple. Simple. Respect begets respect. Let us always have that at the back of our minds. I know you all disagree with me because you are used to elders talking to young children anyhow, or young ones anyhow. Let me tell you something for free. The day young person talk to you anyhow, especially young person will get money past you, where you not go if you do anything. You know, say when young person where you get money past talk anyhow, if you go visit our house the next day, young person will get money past you, or with this physically stronger than you, he go talk to you anyhow, nothing you go do. No judge matter. If Eedris jam Burna Boy for one place, Eedris fit wait for Burna Boy. Where you know as Burna Boy head they touch. It's no. It is about money. Money too is a factor. It is about money too. When person don't get money past you, that they respect them. Doesn't mean you have to beg him. Doesn't mean you have to bow for him. It means that, because if that person jam you with him bodyguard for corner, make it contact. You say that's the way you talk for television. Yeah, can't talk him again. That's when we know real men. Baba, you don't know anything. Oh. Learn to respect people. Oh. As an elder, normally Burna Boy no get respect. 9 people they talk. If you disrespect someone that you know does not have respect, what do you think is coming? What do you think is coming? Let's tell ourselves the truth. if the two of them jam for event or venue, what do you think the outcome will be? So what I'm saying is, try not to put yourself in positions where small people, younger people, fit talk to you anyhow. Correct you. It's like Alibaba. Do you think if Alibaba wants to correct me, or RMD wants to correct me, you understand, they will now come publicly? Even if they are going to come publicly, there is a way they will say it that will not harm me or my emotions. Then me go even call them and say, Egbon mi ma binu, Egbon no vex. So you say nothing will happen. Nothing can like that. So one of the reasons why I came after many of your Jews is because they insulted me and I insulted them back. These are people that we people were taught were close to God. And they watch my life, and Gio, they tell me, say, you are listening to that devil. As he call me devil like this, what DNA? The moment you tackle me, disrespectfully, I will drag you. If you like, be a Jew. So, although I might not agree with what Eedris said, because everybody is entitled to their own opinion, but I believe he could have said it better. He could have said it as I want to ask you, that thing where Eedris talk about Burna Boy, did he say it as an elder? Or he put himself in a place of confrontation? Someone say, how come their money cannot intimidate you? We not Germany. You don't know what they try to do. Their money intimidates you. God just they protect me. You Geo money intimidates you. As I'm sitting down here, I not get work again. They locked me out of my work for 7 years. You know, hear what I tell you. They intimidated me. They do me strong thing. It just was not spiritual. It was physical. They have no spiritual power over me. They have police connect. They have military connect. Nothing where they no try. God no just give them do. But say they no shake me. So let the younger ones respect the older ones, but let the older ones also understand that respect from the younger ones is earned, not an entitlement. You want the younger generation to respect you, you've got to earn that respect. You've got to earn that respect. Someone said no one has heard the full podcast. So why is Burna Boy quick to respond to a few? If you jab somebody in 1 second, he go respond to you. All I'm saying this night is respect is reciprocal. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. So now they see as lights they go for Nigeria. If now my house now I go begin the vex me. I did 5-star hotel. Now so Nigeria be. If na house I did, I'm gonna go hear the last of them. Oh, daddy freeze. Go and buy what's that thing they say? Baby, what's that thing they say I should always buy? Inverter. Go and buy inverter. Go and do solar. People will just open their mouths, talk anyhow. Not many people they block every day. Now Nigeria be this. I don't it's normal. The only time I don't want this to happen is if I'm in the lift. Anywhere this thing happens, as long as I'm okay with it, because it happens in my house. When I know they did it when it happened for my house, see that they always tell you. Some people come, they laugh. Baba, it is something you get. Power cuts are what you get used to if you live in Nigeria. And because I want my life to be more comfortable for you, that you're not paying to watch it, I'll now go and buy solar of 10 million. If you do not like as you go dark for 5 minutes, come back on, cry. Nothing we I go do for her. Jackpot to where I will jackpot from my life that is comfortable to come because of light. They tell you say light they hungry me. The light never come back. You will learn how to get used to it. Make I come jackpot on the wash plate. When I think this thing when I talk. So because of light we come go now 1 minute. I will come jackpot come begin the wash plate. When I head no correct. You there abroad 2 years. London is in a recession now. I hope people are hearing. They just announced it today. London don't enter recession now. Show now they hear. A person jackpot because light go for 30 seconds. The light never come back. You go tell me somebody I jackpot when the light go when I on lantern. That's when you know say jackpot I remain now. So that's my own opinion. Like I always say, respect begets respect, and be careful with bloggers. I say this, and podcasters. That is why I hardly give interviews. You don't understand how podcasters work. They will look for that juicy thing you said and use it to sell, to create suspense for their podcast. All bloggers do it. And you don't know how many marriages bloggers don't scatter. You don't know how many friendships bloggers don't destroy. Simply because they want that traffic. Because for all you know, the only reason why and they consider this thing because I know Eedris not to be a particularly polite person. Everything gra. Baba, calm down. Calm down. I'll say it and say it over and over again. Respect begets respect. Someone say UK recession is not recession. The price of stuff no go. Don't worry, you will see it happen now. You will see it happen. Eedris said something about 50 cents. He said, and I disagree with him in that. He said if they were giving 50 cents, 17 babes, they have to, everything they gave 50 cents, they will give him. You don't demand that. You earn it. Today, if 50 cents wants to perform and Wizkid wants to perform, they will give Wizkid everything they give 50 cents because Wizkid has earned that global recognition. Same thing with Davido. Same thing with Burna Boy. You are demanding what should be earned. I don't know if I'm connecting to you guys. As of that time when Eedris was coming up, 50 cents was bigger than him. 50 cents was a globally recognized brand. Eedris was big then. What are you are telling me Nigerian music industry like I was not part of what turned it into an industry? You are telling me about Nigerian music. Let me tell you what happened during Joe Thomas event 2003. Joe Thomas, I wanna know what turns you on. I like to know. Joe, he came to perform at a hotel. Joe was not as big as 50 cents then. No, 50 cents was big. On the bill, we had Maintain, LD, and that is group Tribesmen, Two-Face Idibia. That time was Plantation Boys. No, they had issues. He hadn't gone solo. Two-Face hadn't, but there was already issues inside Plantation. P Square hadn't even started then. P Square came later. P Square hadn't started. So my first son, Ayo, was about a year and a half. We carried him to event because we didn't have maid to leave him at home. So we carried him to the event. So I was there with my ex, with Maintain, Big Bamo, and Co. I think the event was organized by Femi Akonde, if I remember correctly. I'm not sure. I'm thinking. So we went to where went backstage because I came in with Maintain crew. So we went backstage and Maintain performed, our Nigerian artists performed. When they finished performing, when it was time for Joe Thomas to perform, we can't do backstage, say we go see Joe. I did there with Two-Face. I can remember Two-Face there. I can remember Maintain there and Big Bamo clearly. Everybody else came up, but I remember Two-Face there that I can never forget. So they followed Two-Face gist when the people came and cleared everybody from the backstage. They say when Joe gets on stage, they don't want anybody on the backstage. They drive all of us come out to that backstage. Two-Face they there, Maintain they there. Olu Maintain, Baba inside this thing, make it talk, say this thing where they talk na lie. They drive all of us come out for the backstage. None of us got to see Joe that night. Do you think Chris Brown is going to come and perform in Nigeria? Davido will be at the backstage and they will drive Davido now. You can't demand that. You have to earn it. When they don't nominate your music for Grammy, that now when you and Chris Brown don't turn mates. It was a bit premature of Eedris to demand that he and 50 Cent get the same treatment. He was a star, big star, locally. How many people abroad were listening to Nigeria Jaga Jaga? It was a big hit. He carried the Olympic torch for Nigeria. I respect that. But demanding, you don't make those demands. You earn them. When Rihanna was in Barbados, she was up and coming. Today, Rihanna and Beyonce are on the same level. Today, Rihanna and Beyonce are on the same level. If you invite Rihanna and Beyonce and you now give Rihanna 2 Rolls Royce and you give Beyonce only one, Beyonce can now say, why are you giving Rihanna 2 Rolls Royce and you are giving me one? As of that time, in my opinion, Eedris could not say that 50 Cent that was a guest star that they paid the millions of dollars to come. Do you know what his rider was when 50 Cent was top of his game? You cannot say categories differ. On what basis? On what basis? Today, our musicians are winning. Eedris paved the way. Two-Face Idibia, Maintain, they paved the way for Davido them to get Grammy. If Eedris had said that, I would have been on his side 100%. But as of that 2003, 2004, they make demands. Say you and 50 Cent are the same. I no agree. There is no disrespect to your music. It simply is you need to understand you manage your expectations. Manage your expectations. And you all listening to me, you know that I'm telling you the truth. You just want the truth to be sugar-coated for you. Manage your expectations. Wizkid today is as big as Rema. Leave Wizkid. Wizkid is too big. Rema today can make that demand. After 50 Cent's music venture, he went into power. 50 Cent is still relevant today. He grew on. I don't want to talk, but you understand what I'm talking about. So making that statement, in my humble opinion, was improperly managing expectations. That everything 50 Cent got, you should get. How? How? Unless you want us to lie to ourselves. Someone said, where the 50 Cents day today? It's like your brain, they paying you. Where 50 Cents day today? 50 Cents is still big till tomorrow. They watch Power. Someone said you are wrong. You want it as in Emagbo. See your name, Rufus. Emagbo Rukode. Mashekpe Fueni. You want international artist and one Mobo. Please, what is Mobo? Mobo is a barely recognized British award for Mobo. You won't compare Mobo to Grammy. As in, it's like Medulla they paying you. Ribi wèrè ṣe ribi ìgbẹ́ musu. Ó lóun Rufus Tosh. Tosh don't find any òjòrí ẹ̀ ò pé. Please, let's tell ourselves the truth and tell ourselves the truth completely. $50 Cent almost became a billionaire. Almost became a billionaire at a point. You can't disrespect 50. No. $50 Cent, we still go London, UK. For like Coca, please, where are you? 50 Cent still come London last year, sell out. We could not get tickets. For like Coca, please come on. 50 Cent still sold out London last year. Please, can somebody wake for like Coca off for me? Babe, I'm ready, let's go. I don't know which venue. For Light or Coca Day here. Please, for Light, tell them about 50 Cent show last year. Please, for Light, tell. We wanted to see how we could. The tickets were sold out, I think, a month before the show. Someone said at some point 50 Cent went bankrupt. The bankruptcy where they declare so that they no go get to pay. When Oyinbo man tell you say they bankrupt, the legality of bankruptcy is different. So you think say you get bankruptcy, you no get money past most Nigerian artists. For Light, please tell them, oh, she was there. We wanted to see how we could. It was for Light and her husband were going for the event. O2 was the venue. We wanted to see. We could not even get what. We are talking of it. We are telling this thing happened in 2004. 20 years ago. 20 years later, 50 Cent is still selling out events. When a white man declares, when an American declares bankruptcy, because he wants to run from tax, it doesn't mean he's poor. The money 50 Cent made from last year alone touring is more than some Nigerian artists we make from the day they're born to the day they pie. Please, for light, now come and tell them about 50 Cent's show. Because I remember we're having this conversation over dinner. Maybe you were there now. So let's learn how to manage our expectations.
Hello, Daddy Freeze.
Children are sleeping, Abby, so you don't want to on lights.
I did room now.
Call Uncle in there.
Good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Good evening, though. Happy Valentine. I can't see you. I don't know why. Can you guys see her?
Sorry?
I can't see you. I just see darkness.
Because I don't off light.
Oh, okay. Just quickly talk then. Make I not take your time because I know you're tired.
No, it was sold out. 50 Cent's show was sold out last year.
How early could you get tickets?
I think we got tickets. Was it months before or immediately you saw that it was coming? That was like a year before or something.
They bought 50 Cent tickets 1 year before the show. Shengbo.
So yeah.
So you want to tell me that 50 Cent is nobody? He's just...
No, 50 Cent is not a nobody. He's a big boy.
How was the event?
It was fantastic. It was full.
How was his performance?
And they were mainly Oyibo people there. When I thought that there will be mainly black people, 50 Cent were mainly Oyibo people. I was really surprised. We were surprised. It was filled up with father and son, father and mother and children. You know, it was fantastic. Even brought Busta Rhymes to his show. Busta Rhymes.
Can you imagine?
You know, so yeah.
Thank you, my darling sister. Thank you.
And you know the funniest part, you see all the rappers in America, they really, really respect that guy. Most especially Snoop Dogg. You know Snoop Dogg is a big rapper.
Yes.
Snoop Dogg respects 50 because of the work that 50 does. So 50 is not a small rapper. He's not a small boy at all.
Thank you for light, huh? Thank you so much. Greet caller from you.
I feel sorry that we are in the dark.
It's okay. It's good enough. Make them hear your voice because I said something and you are here to corroborate. Because I remember us having that conversation over dinner in central London. At the West End London, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, we had the conversation, yes.
Someone said you can compare Eedris to 50. Impossible. How? That's disrespectful.
No, you can't.
Come on.
You can't.
50 Cent will come to Nigeria and do show and still close the whole Nigeria down. Today.
Yep.
Today we come to Nigeria and still lock Nigeria.
Yep.
How?
50 is a well-respected guy. Jay-Z, Beyonce, all of them, they respect that guy. You know, he's a very well-respected guy. You know, he's not small at all. You know. So.
God bless you, my sister. Oh, God bless you.
So
someone say Eedris go drag me. Eedris, please drag me. For telling you the truth. Please drag me.
You know, say some people now from Furo, now India,
no yap anybody. No yap anybody. Eedris, I know yap you.
No, not be Eedris that they talk about. I mean, comments people.
But if you decide, say you want drag me on top of the truth where I tell you, you know me, your own, you go there, go do one episode. Me, I go use you do episode every day for 2 weeks. It's like me comparing myself to Trevor Noah, saying that the same host work we they do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Person supposed know now. No, they don't need tell you. Do they need to phone you and tell you? It's like me comparing RMD to Tom Cruise because they've been acting about the same number of years, or Keanu Reeves. You've got to understand. You've got to, or comparing Genevieve to Halle Berry.
No, they are not the same.
You understand. You need. You see. Let me tell you. It takes talent to recognize genius. I understand where Eedris was trying to come from. I understand where Eedris was trying to come from. Yeah, you're not treating the Nigerian artists right, and I understood that fight. But you cannot equate yourself with 50 cents. You cannot equate yourself with 50. At the peak of 50 Cent's success then, 50 Cent was the guest star Nigerian breweries brought. That was the one person they brought that year. I can remember clearly. It would have even been an honor that you are performing on the same stage with him. You could increase your demands. For instance, I can say, it's not nice now. People are giving 50 Cent private jets and now putting me on airpiece. But say you, Papa, this thing, I don't think 50 Cent performed that, but it scattered the whole show.
Yeah.
Yes, Eedris took a stand for the music industry because you see, this thing, you get the way you go look at it cuts two ways. There is the reality of Eedris actually standing up for the Nigerian music industry. But there's also that not managing your expectations well, saying anything they give 50 cents, they must give you 50 cents. You see, listen, that rate where 50 cents was that year, it's not that if 50 cents was charging 1 million, then he will still be charging 1 million now. For you to continue charging that 1 million, there is an agency that regulates what you charge or kind of puts you in a place of where you charge. You are, for like,
yeah, Daddy Freeze.
Let me allow you to go to bed before I stress you any further. Thank you so much for that.
Yes, you're welcome.
God bless you, my darling sister. I'll call you tomorrow.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. So you understand what I'm saying? Yes, there are two ways to it, unless I'm being dishonest. Eedris stood up for the Nigerian music industry because the Nigerian musicians were treated. That day, I told you they drove all of us. Neville, that was what happened that time in Nigeria. Eedris was the #1 rapper in the country, and he told them his terms to perform with 50 cents. Let me tell you something. I can decide that for my lives, I want to be charging 50 million. That's my terms. It can't remain who go pay the 50 million to come the live. If I do not manage my expectations well, if Eedris was the first in Nigeria, how much was the whole music industry in Nigeria as of that time worth? You want to compare it to 50 cents that was #1 in Nigeria, #1 in Asia, #1 in Europe, #1 in UK, #1 in Australia. Oganeville, this thing no enter, leave am. Eedris was #1 in Nigeria, finish. 50 cents was #1 globally. At the height of 50 Cent's career, around that 2004, we go shorty, it's your birthday. Beyonce did a remix of that song. Mary J. Blige did a remix of that song. Bro, #1 in Nigeria. Nigeria is a very small country where people don't even support themselves. You can't compare that to the whole world. 50 Cent music was trending in India, in China, in the UK, in the US, in the Caribbeans. Nah, fam. No, bro. Somebody sent me super chats. Big shout out to this gentleman. Hi, Chief. Hi, Chief. If you're still watching, big shout out to you. I said I'm only going to be reading comments on YouTube if they come with super chats and super stickers and super likes. So a very big shout out to High Priest. He said people run away from file bankruptcy not just for tax but to avoid paying back various loans to the banks that they are owing. Thank you so much. 50 Cent at the peak of 50 Cent's career was bigger in Nigeria than Eedris. 50 Cent was bigger in this Nigeria than Eedris. Let's tell ourselves the truth. No disrespect to Eedris, no disrespect to Eedris music. We need to understand that if your hit is big in Nigeria, is different from if you have a big hit globally. Someone is saying, you know they do giveaway, Papa Freeze. Let me give you a giveaway of Rapture. Next time you know what to come and ask for in my life. Jordan. Now, if Nigerian breweries made that agreement with Eedris, is different. But maybe one day we even need to bring somebody from Nigerian breweries. Maybe they even sit down, maybe they even tell us what really happened. Someone say African are slave, that's why we are still having this convo. Shut up, face your reality. Famous 001, Oti Densi Jew. Oti Densi Jew. It's not slave mentality. Person with big pass you, it's not slave mentality. Slave mentality is different. Say you pray to Oyinbo Jesus, now be slave mentality. No mean say Oyinbo man, it's like saying Dangote and Jeff Bezos are on the same level. Chomugboyoni. Chomugboyoni. Let me bring Cynthia Jare. I don't have much time. Someone says, "She waiting Burna Boy talk makes sense." My response to that is, I don't know. I don't tire. No, I know they ever understand anything. Look, I just leave her. Cynthia, I've sent you. What is it called? I've accepted your request too. Chupovon. Oh yeah. Talk, we don't really get time. You know, say my Instagram they close after 1 hour, so I have like 10 minutes more.
They say one thing in Yoruba. Ediye funfun kò mọ́ra ìlágbà. That means the white hair does not know that he's an elder. When I heard that, I watched the clip, I knew that, okay, it's just a portion of the whole narrative. But I don't feel that he would have said what he said like that. When I watched the video, I was like, which kind of shots fired is this? I don't expect anything less from Burna. Because when you are saying things and you are throwing shades on somebody, you don't expect that person to just take it lightly. They can throw it any which way. I've seen some videos over the internet that people were talking up and that he doesn't respect something. It's because the elders self did not respect themselves. That's why Nigeria, and nobody's rebuking them. That's why Nigeria is the way it is. And that's the truth. It might sound harsh, but it's the truth.
Me personally, I don't agree with Burna Boy being rude to Idris. It makes no sense. But Idris too should be. You see, when we are dealing with these our younger ones, me, I would rather be rude to my elders than to the younger ones. So if my elder insults me, it go sweet me for body than if these small children insult you. I tell you, I would rather be rude to RMD, make RMD cost me, than make a day rude to Whiskey, make Whiskey can't cost me.
Okay, that's funny.
You understand? I would rather, because RMD cost me self nasty. When Whiskey costs you, you don't want to Agbaya.
If your younger person causes you as an elder, you won't take it easy because it's going to affect your psyche. So you respect yourself because no matter what you do, you are an old cat. And you don't command the kind of money those boys used to command. You respect yourself.
In as much as I do not like glorifying money, we also need to understand that money.
Yes.
Good
Good evening, everyone. So here's my take. While you see the ranking between Eedris and 50 Cent is not comparable at all by no sphere of life. I think that Burna Boy could use some bedside manners because jabbing somebody's health, you don't mock a pain you've never experienced.
I agree with that. You see,
especially when tomorrow is pregnant and you don't know, there are people. So this is not about, okay, I am Burna Boy today, I'm on top of my game. There was a time, just like you said, Eedris Abdulkareem was the biggest artist that we had in Nigeria. Today, Burna Boy happens to be one of the biggest people that we have. I also know that there are successful people in life who have billions of dollars and they're dying because they have cancer. They're in stage 4 and there's nothing your money can do for them. So if Burna Boy, because you are up here and Eedris has seen his best days as far as his concerns go, and then you mock him because he was humble enough to express his medical situation to Nigerians, to where people contributed to make sure that he experienced.
In that regard, I totally agree with you. I was going to address that. Never hit a man when he is down. Now, the fact that Eedris jabbed him, or should I say disrespected him, is no entitlement for Burna. Could have jabbed that your papa beat. That one is okay.
There is above the belt and then there is below the belt. So when you come for his health, that's where
Any human being walking this earth can catch any health. You see, liver, kidney, cancer, even mental health issues. You are not in control of that.
Look at what happened to Jamie Foxx with all these contracts.
Exactly.
What happened to Jamie Foxx? He could not even, they were keeping everything hush-hush because people did not know if he was going to survive it. So you see, issues that have to do with health, I personally think Burna Boy needs to apologize because as much as he responded to Eedris, you do not go to a knife fight with a grenade.
Now, let me now tell you something. Cynthia. Here's where I stand a little on the fence on that.
Okay.
You do not know. I don't want to talk about this because it's a bit controversial, but you see, you cannot measure somebody's response.
True. I agree.
America
It's
goes
exactly what I
to
said.
Afghanistan and starts issue there.
I agree.
Afghanistan just come and use aeroplane and enter inside building. Everybody's now saying, who measures the terms of a war? Okay, this you can only fight the war in the bush. Once you get to water, you have to stop.
However, he needs to apologize.
I don't think he needs to apologize. I just think he needs to never say stuff like that again. Because you see, if we are saying if we need to apologize, we need to apologize.
They can check it out.
Okay.
And become friends. I mean,
yes. Well, here's the thing. Here's my advice. The way Eedris seems to jab Burna Boy, it looks like there's something more. I don't want to use my mouth to say it, but
I'll say Eedris is jealous.
Yeah.
I'll say Eedris is jealous. That's not even something that we should even try to censor or make light of. His jealousy plainly, but people. I mean, sometimes jealousy is the accolades that genius gives to a fan gives to genius. It just so happens that in Eedris' time, there was no internet. In Eedris' time, there was no social media. Burna Boy appears to be big because during Eedris' time, he did his rise to fame was organic. Today, we have platforms. We have social media assistants that help these people blow. You can be in your bedroom, do one rap song, and that's it. People are streaming. You don't become star. In Eedris' time, you had to go through the ropes.
All of them, when they enjoy waiting Cynthia, they talk, buy my money gun, buy my money gun, please. That year, there was no money gun. This year, there's money gun. Go and buy it. If you're watching on TikTok, double click the screen. If you're watching on Facebook, first person to get me 1,000 stars gets a special shout out. Oh, yeah, we are Facebook people.
There's no denying the fact that
Cynthia.
Eedris' comment was laced with jealousy. However, I also
so if you're saying that Eedris comment, if you're saying that Eedris comment, hold on, if you're saying that Eedris comment was laced with jealousy, and Burna Boy's comment was below the belt, don't you think it's better they apologize to each other instead of Eedris? Instead of Burna apologizing to Eedris, maybe Burna should apologize first for taking a jab at his health, and then Eedris should also apologize to him to show elderliness. If there's a word like that.
We really do not need is another.
Cynthia, you like I can imagine tomorrow's headline, the way we cut this ad, the way we cut this video. Former Nollywood actress Cynthia Amadi says Eedris is jealous of Burna Boy. Oh.
His comment is laced with jealousy. Clearly, the blind man can see that. But my own is, and my thing is, why will Burna come on health?
Now, another thing is when they don't jab you. You know, Burna Boy to have been quiet.
Lay ahead. We are not wishing anything on anyone, but if you haven't walked a person's shoes, don't be careful. Be careful.
Nobody knows tomorrow.
Nobody knows tomorrow.
Tomorrow is pregnant.
Did not make it. If the same Eedris did not make it, a Burna, I see a Burna as someone who will, on a world stage, give an Eedris a shout out and say, well, I want to shout out the people who came before me, my predecessors, Eedris Abdulkareem. All right, if he had not made it, you know what I'm saying? But so just because he's alive doesn't mean you just mock him because people are jealous every day. Like it's hard. It's hard out here in these streets. So people don't like to see people win, especially those people who really worked hard for what they had. They just look at the successes we have today and say, and during our time. But to be honest with you, your time don't pass. You have to live with it. It's either you go back and rebrand yourself.
But let me ask you a question. You are saying, hold on. You are saying Eedris' time has passed, Abi?
Yeah.
Has 50 Cent's time passed?
To rebrand himself.
Has 50 Cent's time passed? Wait, has 50 Cent's time passed?
No.
So if you are saying Eedris' time has passed, but 50 Cent's time has not passed, are you saying 50 Cent is bigger than Eedris?
Are you kidding me? It's not even comparable.
So I'm just looking for trouble, Neil.
Not even as
As an artist, 50 Cent is still. Did he not come out with? He was the one that did. He was part of the people who did Super Bowl. Was it not 2 years ago? Was it last year with Dr. Drake and the rest? Did you see that performance?
No.
As an artist,
Eedris to go do a whole Super Bowl, make una calm down.
World stage. As an entrepreneur, man, that guy is a mogul. So no, his time has not passed, and you cannot compare. It's not even comparable. Not be conversation at all. Not in any sphere. Not in the industry. Not about life. Not about awards. Not about achievements. Not about
Now, for all of you who don't know this auntie, this is a Nollywood actress, Cynthia Amadi, who has turned
I'm a tech queen right
who has turned tech queen in the US, paying her own bills, being her own woman.
I'm a tech queen right now. Nollywood is behind me. It's in the rear view.
I dey fear say these people go soon cut me. They never cut me. Thank God. That means say any second from now, you will just see pew, they will not come out the live.
I'm playing.
As they never come out the live, I thank God though. Because any moment from now, maybe I'm not counting. The thing is not counting.
Don't come out your restriction. Hallelujah.
It's almost 1 hour now. So once it's 1 hour, you don't see them cut. Me normally before you reach that 1 hour, they like cut myself.
There's no basis for comparison. And another thing too where they feel this fire are the fans. You see, the fans, we all love these people, but we really need to go easy. You see all this forming camps and groups, pitching these artists. If you see these artists, they're cool. That's what I think. I think they're cool with each other. If let's say a Burna Boy, a Davido, a Wizkid see themselves like in, let's say, somewhere outside of this country.
Tunde Odusi just sent me £10 on YouTube. Bless you, brother. Bless you.
It's the fans. The fans are the problem. Wizkid does something, they will say Davido would never.
Sorry.
Would never.
Guys, let me sell my market. I do consultancy for wristwatches. If you're interested in buying watches, I can guide you. I charge $100 an hour for that. My normal consultation are $200, but for wristwatches, I do $100 an hour. Someone on YouTube said, "What's the make of this wristwatch?" It's called Chopard. It's spelled Chopard, but it's called Chopard. So it's with diamonds and amethysts. So someone just asked on YouTube. So that's it.
I remember the first year I came in contact with, I call it Chopard.
It's Chopard. Cartier. Piaget.
Well, like I was saying, Burna Boy, I know he came at you like sideways, but I think as far as you refer to his health, you really need to apologize. And I think
okay, so for my life here, we do judgment. That's what we do here on Daddy Freeze Live. Is judgment time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try to bring peace. Burna, you're my guy. I love you to bits and pieces, and you know that. And I love your mom. It would be nice if you apologize to Eedris. It would be nice if you apologize to Eedris for you don't have to apologize for the whole thing, just for that health part. Because tomorrow is pregnant. Mola. Make nothing do you or nothing do somebody when they close to you. Make them not use and mock you.
Yeah. Tomorrow they're pregnant.
You understand? You can take a shot, you can take a jab, you can insult if you feel disrespected, but avoid health and personal. Don't yap someone because of their divorce. Me, I can take it too. If you yap me, somebody came the other day and said, "Daddy Freeze, you're an adult." I said, "Yes, that's me. Emile, who are you?" You understand? But it's not everybody that can take it. It's not everybody that can take it. You understand? It's not everybody that is built to tolerate a fire that intense. So let us be as careful as we possibly can, especially navigating around areas of health. So you are right. You see, let me tell you something about me. The only thing that I know more than most of you is Bible. Because I took my time out to study. I took my time out to understudy Greek scholars. I took my time out to understudy his. So if all you did was learn Bible in Catholic school or learn Bible in Pentecostal school, I know it more than your Jew. Relax. I'm not bragging.
And I agree.
But you see, but you see, when it comes to life issues, I might have a view. I change my views regularly because I come here and I sit with 600 people, of which I have people like Shupo, who is an intellectual. I have someone like Cynthia, who is a deep thinker. I sit down and I listen to, because initially I was like, no, Eedris not supposed to jab Burna Boy first. So Burna Boy just retaliate. But the angle where Cynthia bring them from, so this is a platform of learning. So if Cynthia saying, don't take a shot at his health, I agree 100%. Burna, before I would have said you were not wrong at all, because they jab you, jab them back. But that health angle no good. And I know you listen to me, Burna. I apologize for that. You don't need to apologize for anything else. I apologize for that health angle. Now, Eedris, as an elder, should apologize for constantly trolling this young man. Then when he apologizes, then Burna should now apologize for the remaining part of the tweet. That way we can all be friends again. I don't see why Burna Boy cannot feature Eedris in a song. Make that song sell. I see a Burna Boy Eedris collabo coming.
You don't give us that old school flavor.
I see a Burna Boy Eedris, and let me tell you, if it doesn't happen, it is because of pride on both sides. Eedris, Burna is going to apologize to you first because he took a shot at your health, which is wrong. Eedris, you're now going to apologize to him for what you also said, and you jabbed him first. Then Burna is now going to apologize for the rest. The next thing we want to see is an album cooking, and I see this as big. If Eedris and Burna should work together,
it's uncalled for.
Someone said the male ego factor. One of the deepest sources of poverty is ego. If you look at every case of poverty, you see ego inside. As they see me like this, you think if I see Pastor Adeboye, because me I disagree with his doctrine. If I see Pastor Adeboye, I don't go double greet him. You think if I see Bishop Oyedepo, because I disagree with his doctrine, you think if I see him, I will not double and greet him. No, if Bishop Oyedepo calls me today, say Daddy Free is foolish boy, come here, I want to talk to you. You think I will not go? I will still disagree with his doctrine publicly, but does not mean that my ego is so big that Adeboye will call me, I will now say, who is he? No.
A lot of these people who find it very difficult to apologize or difficult to right their wrongs or take accountability for their actions, for the most part, is because they've really never had life-changing events happen to them. That's why people can come on social media and just open their mouth wide and be addressing people anyhow just because they've not walked a mile in the person's shoes. We need to do better.
I think the major problem is upbringing.
I agree.
When the major problem is upbringing. As a child, as you're growing up, you see your parents have issues with one another, and you notice that they apologize to one another. It will come into you as a child. Easy to apologize and let go of things. When our fathers then will wrong our mom and they will do a good job and they will not apologize, the children are learning all this. And that's why the society is the way it is right now.
Yeah.
That's why the society, everybody feels that, okay, I can do this and nothing will happen. And they will stick their guns to it. We're Africans and we had a culture back then.
A destructive one for that matter. Because I will tell you that I honestly think our culture has done more harm than good because
let me tell you something here. Let me tell you something.
This concept of Atalagbalagba, I cannot apologize to
Forget apology. Your mother borrows money from you and does not pay it back. Now bad upbringing. Now bad upbringing.
They collect money from you and you enter voice.
Me. If my parents collect money from me, say na borrow, and they don't pay me back, na police case. You know why I like my parents? Do you know why I like my parents?
I gave her
Do you,
money.
do you know why I like my
My
parents?
money back. She said I should pay her back for all the breast milk I saw.
I will carry my papa on social media. Me, you see, let me tell you, do you know why I like my parents? They know me that I'm not from small, now they know say I know well. If you tell me dash me money, I will dash you. If you tell me dash me 1 million and I get only 200,000, I will dash you 200,000. If you say borrow me 500,000 and all I have is 50,000 to give you, I will say I'm sorry, I cannot dash you, borrow you 500,000. I will dash you 50,000 instead. But say you ragu that 500,000 come out my hand, you not come pay me back. I will use you do show.
African parents coming their children since
I will use you and do.
old.
One thing with my mother is my mother has never borrowed money from me before. Now me they borrow money from my mama. But if my mother borrows money, oh yes, my mother borrowed money from. Let me tell you what happened. We're supposed to go and see my mom, so I just checked ticket prices. It was 250,000 accurate return for one person. So me and taste buds, 500,000. So I just tell baby freeze, say baby, you will stay at home. I not get 250,000 to carry you go Akure. So my mother now called and said, oh, that I should bring him. I said, mommy, the ticket is 250,000. She said, don't worry, I should not worry, she will pay. It's okay. We now got to my mom's place. So my mom said, yeah, how much is the ticket money so I should pay? I said, mommy, no. Because when I went to see Are dashed me some money. So out of the money Are dashed me, I said, okay, I will cover my mama. Because she wanted to pay back. She said, okay. I said you should pay. How do I pay? I said, oh no, mommy, don't worry. But if to say Are not dash me money, my mom will pay that money back. Because now she carry me enter the involvement. But why is my mother like that? Because she's European. A European man knows that their word is a bond. My mother will never tell me that. Let me tell you things my mother did for everything I am in my life today is my mother. 90% is my mother. Everything else is other people. My father and every other person is 10%. My mother is 90% of why I am where I am today. So if my mother borrows money from me, she has the right not to pay it back, but she's training me.
So some 7 years ago, I learned a very valid lesson that I use till this day. A very good friend of mine, Linda Ikeji, when I was coming here, like traveling to the US, right? I asked her for some money for borrow. I said if she borrow me money. She said something. I don't borrow money. You know, when she said, see, I'll give you what I have, but I do not borrow money. You know, an entitled person would be very angry because I'm very close to her at the time and I knew she had a lot of money and I saw her money come in because we would spend time together, you know, in her closet, in her house. Like her Google hits, money was hitting anyhow. So, you see, when she said that, if I was an entitled friend at the time, I'd be like, she's a very wicked person, which is your typical American, Nigerian mentality, right? But I didn't think so. She said something. She said, I would rather preserve our friendship than give you money and tomorrow it causes wahala. And I took that thing as a valuable lesson. Till this day, I do not give money to, like I do not borrow money to people. I do not. I don't care if you tell me that you are comatose. I don't go give, unless you have something where I feel part with, and I don't care that you're a family member. I do not. People who are very close to me know, because there is nobody that I have lent money to that friendship did not break some way or the other. And I ended up being the bad person. Me will give the money. Because I think the amount that they collect on, not the amount that they pay back. So in order to preserve my friendship, I do not borrow money to anybody. I don't care about the circumstance.
Me too.
There's no sub story you want to tell me. It's going to make me part of my hard-earned money.
I will die if you come and meet me and say you need 1 million. I know you need money. Inside that 1 million, I look at myself, what can I comfortably give you? I have 35,000. I will count that 35,000 and give you.
Yeah.
Do you understand? If you are, I'm convinced you really need it, I will give you. But that I will borrow you money. There are some people have borrowed money before in the past. But they are I can't mention their names, but there are people I really respect. And luckily for me, I did look who I think in my whole life I've borrowed maybe 5 people money. And all of them paid back. All of them paid back.
You're very lucky. I've never.
Because you see, I don't borrow money on sentiment. Mumangu, I go look you.
That's why I borrow money. Don't tell me, say, how much, on top how much are you here uselessing yourself for my money?
No, you don't feel it like that.
I'm not uselessing myself. How's he giving me my money? This was a really like big girl, though. Big girl. I get. So she had like this big, she's in a.
And if I ever borrow money from
those big girls, so we look up to. So she had to travel abroad, and I was surprised that a Unilag big girl could not even raise certain amount of money from her own circle of friends. So I even felt honored that she came to me to ask for money. Back then now, I was an actor. I had some money. I gave it to her. This guy came back from South Africa and started avoiding me.
That's why the circle of nobody wanted to borrow her.
It got to a point I had to corner her. Give me my money today. She said, how much is it in making you useless yourself? We never forget that experience. No. No. Money they cost for hala. For family and friends. I don't do it.
Cynthia, come and borrow me 2K.
It's true.
Come and borrow me $2,000 now. I want to be different. In fact, today I want to borrow money. But that thing when you talk, I've always known it. If you are my friend and you are my close friend, and I have money, instead of borrowing, I'll give. But there are some people. There was one guy, I was sitting with Taste Buds. He asked me for money. Taste Buds said, this guy is a good guy. And he was there for you at a point. Borrow him. I borrowed him. He said he was going to pay it back in a week. He didn't pay it back in a week. He paid it back in 2.5 weeks, but he paid it back. And I respect him. I respect him.
Maybe I am unlucky. I don't happen to borrow money to people who have integrity, because it doesn't matter how broke a person is. For someone who has integrity, they will do everything to ensure that they return that money when they say they will. That's integrity. There are some people, they will have it, just like some people that have been accused on social media. You see them, they owe you money, they don't pay, but you see them doing giveaway and dashing people way more than what they owe you. It's painful.
Agba.
It's very painful.
Are you ready for me? Are you ready for me?
So in order to maintain,
yes, I want to close my life, but I want to know if you have my time.
Tell them, I went to her wicked girl, she not borrow me. Then the one who say I can't borrow you, like then people can't they separate fights. There are certain things I'm too old to do.
No, I'm closing in 2 minutes actually.
Because the way the story, how they will relate it will be different.
Absolutely. So guys, let me go and drink some Saturday beer with Taste Buds. Baby me.
You guys have fun. Burna and Eedris.
Taste Buds said, by the time you are done, let me report Taste Buds to all of you. Taste Buds said, by the time you are done with your life, I will have slept off.
This morning.
Eh?
If you see the way they attack me on your post.
You see, one thing you need to understand is I have a block button and I use it. You come to my page. Listen, somebody came to my page. Somebody came to my page and asked me for money, like saying, Papa, work for me. And I put the guy up. Listen, don't enter my DM if you are embarrassed that I will put it up. Any message you have in my DM, unless you are someone like Mrs. Linda or Ada Blessing or Remy or Cynthia that are my people, or Shupo or simply Vic. You are a stranger, you stroll into my DM making a request. I can decide to use you to teach the public a lesson.
Yes, ma'am.
So anybody that goes under that comment and criticizes me for my decision, I will block you.
Cindy is saying Nigeria is where you will borrow money, and in some cases you end up losing both your friendship and money. I agree.
No. In most cases, you will lose both the friendship and the money.
Both the friendship and the money. Yeah.
After a while, they'll tell you, is it more than just 200,000 naira?
Hey, it passed like this.
I gave one guy money. He ran away with the money. 2 years later, I was now recounting why I was not going to help him. And I said, you have not forgotten that time.
Mrs. Linda said, wahala.
No.
My money and friendship, my money and family does not mix.
No.
Sorry.
No.
I have peace that way.
Anybody that knows me knows that I'm not a stingy person.
That's fine.
So if I'm stingy to you, is your attitude. If I see the slightest sense of entitlement, you are not even going to get the transport money you used to come and look for me. If I notice that there's entitlement, that you have the belief that I owe you something, let me tell you the people I owe. I don't even owe my parents. If they think I owe them, it's their business. I owe my wife and my children. You don't get it. My dad needs a car, my wife needs a Rolex. My wife is getting the Rolex first.
That part.
Because I owe her. She decided to follow me. If my wife now says no, get daddy a car first, then I know that she has decided to. From the moment my wife looked at me and said she needs Rolex, Papa, I began to look for all the waiting list I could get on. I kept the money, I kept the Rolex money like trust fund. One day she came to meet me, said, you have all these watches I don't have. I said, this is the money for your watch. They've not just answered me. Any day they answer me, this is the money here, it's right here. Do you know how tempting it is to touch money in this Nigeria? Hi, cutie.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir. He said he likes Daddy Freeze.
Oh, Daddy Freeze likes your mommy too.
See Daddy Freeze. Good evening, Daddy Freeze. Good evening, Daddy Freeze.
Oh, he's so cute. How old is he?
Hello, Uncle.
He turned 6 in December.
Oh, he's so cute. He looks just like you.
We are still missing our tooth.
He also looks a little bit like AJ. Cynthia. He looks a little bit like AJ.
AJ? Who's AJ?
Bye, everybody.